Hey, what is up guys? It is me, CoDZombiesEtc, and welcome back. Today, I have a special topic to talk about, and one of my favorite guys who does it. Say hello, 5 and 5.
Hey, what's up, guys? And that's all I have to say. Go on.
Alright, so, basically, what 5 and 5 does, or Riley as I'll call him for the rest of this,
Yeah,
because
yeah, just call me that.
better that
That's
way.
what most people call me.
So basically he does the high round stuff on mostly Black Ops 1, because Black Ops 2 is not the best for that, or Black Ops 2 is not
Shit.
the best.
Go on.
So just talk about why you like it when it seems like everyone is starting to think that it's stupid nowadays. Like, what do you
high rounds?
yeah, what do you like about it that people don't
What do I
understand?
like about Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2?
High rounds in general.
Oh, high rounds in general. Well, why high rounds are fun is, I guess it's more of the just feeling like invincible. Playing a game like this and feeling like you are a badass who can just not ever go down, not ever die to the zombies. And that's the main reason for playing it. Then, when you really get into like the in-depth high rounds, it becomes all about strategies and like how efficient you can do it. Not just you could spend how many hours running the easiest circle ever. It's about, can you run a hard circle for a long period of time?
Yeah.
Which is what it really comes down to now, since all the maps are so much more figured out. Like Black Ops 1 maps are all so figured out at this point, since the game's been out for 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people, like, they don't like it anymore, and their only thing that they can say is, well, all you do is run around in a circle for an hour, and that's not so much true anymore. They're a lot
No,
tighter.
not at
It's
all.
not like the old Ascension ways where you would run at flopper and then go and hit the trap and then thunder gun and then trap, and then it's like 5 hours later and you just finished round 20.
Yeah, exactly. Nowadays, people really starting to understand the map, understand the spawns. Like, for example, that on farm, if you come over here to inside the barn, the zombies will only actually spawn out of 3 windows, which will really speed up the early rounds. Because rather than spawning everywhere, if we're both in the barn, they'll only be coming out of these 3 windows, which is something you actually use for high rounds on this map.
Yeah.
But it's things like that in Black Ops 1 that are people use. Because once you get past round 50, zombies will decide where they want to spawn in under 3 seconds. So you can stand in a certain room, then run out of it, they'll all spawn behind you, and you can like use that to do an extremely fast strategy. And that's one of the things I probably like the most about this game is, if you understand it, it's really fun, because you're abusing kind of I guess you're abusing the spawn systems to go to these high rounds. And I guess that's probably my favorite part and why people know me on YouTube, because I think about this game in a little bit different way than most people.
Yeah.
I
mean, like, Shangri-La, everyone just looks at, like, alright, let's do what Yodi Slayer did in, like, the first month or whatever, where he ran around the whole map, and it took, like, an hour, and then he'd, like, shoot on the bridge or whatever. That's what everyone kind of thinks of with high rounds on there. But what you guys do, and I say you guys meaning, obviously, King Jack, Pishizor, you, all those kind of guys, not counting Relaxing End and all them, because they don't even do Black Ops 1 anymore.
Yeah, but Raxi would do the strategy like that before.
Yeah, but like you guys will run in the is that the 74U that's there?
Yeah,
the
the AK room.
AK room. You guys will run there, and it'll be just a lot simpler than running around the whole map, and it's a lot faster, and you like shoot, and then Semtex or Mustang or whatever's the best nowadays.
Yeah. Well, I say it's not as complicated. It's actually more complicated. When you run around the map, you're not actually thinking about spawn zones or anything. You are just, because the way it would work is they're always spawning behind you because you're running around the circle.
Yeah, I guess not as complicated.
We would only use like two of the spawn zones on there to make them spawn as fast as possible, and then not run all the way around the map. We would just be right there, run a really tight train, and be able to kill them right away.
Yeah. And that's what I admire about what you guys can do, is you guys think it through and you think what's the fastest, thus like Die Rise in the restaurant, it's the fastest way to get this liquefier to kind of bunch them up and keep going with the streaks before it was patched.
Yeah. Though the streak still does work.
Yeah.
The problem is it's just it drops goo now.
Yeah.
And the fact that once you get to 100, you can't go any farther really.
Yeah.
I know this one guy I know got to 101 right after the patch. And then what happens after 101 is you get a brand new liquefier with full ammo, the full 40 shots or whatever, or 50 shots. It cannot finish a round. The gun is so bad at 101 that it's not possible to finish around with a full gun. Like, fresh out of the box. And it's like, did they really have to go that far?
I was afraid of that. Yeah, that.
It's not like it's 2 hits. It's literally just, it's impossible to use at that point. It's not just like, if you use a little bit more ammo, it's done.
Yeah,
the map is done at that point.
I hate it when they do that, when they make it that literally after 100 you can't.
Yeah, you can't go any farther.
Especially since there's probably some of the newer people to zombies who still think that old thing everyone used to do in like Black Ops 1 where it was like if you got to round 100, Samantha will come out and fuck you in the butt or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like rumors like
they're
that.
always that, and then it's like,
yeah,
really? And then you'd see someone after 100, you go, oh. But now that, like, if you can't get there very easily, people will now, like, start to believe that more, because they won't see 105 gameplay or 199 reset.
Yeah, like King Jack.
That's another thing is, why do you do, well, not necessarily all the time you anymore, but why do most people do PC Black Ops 1?
Oh, that's because of it's the PC. Like, if you have a good PC, it is of course better than an Xbox because an Xbox only has, what is it, half a gig of RAM?
Yeah.
Yes. Whereas a PC can have as much as you want, pretty much. And the problem about high rounds is after a while, you use too much RAM. And once you use that entire half gig of RAM, the game just ends. It will just reset you to round 1. So, if you're playing high rounds on an Xbox or a PS3, you don't stand a chance against PC players because PC players their systems will last longer.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that there's that which makes it last longer. Then there's Black Ops 2, which then made consoles.
The exact opposite.
I think they went, shit, Microsoft's getting mad. They're not the best. And then
I don't think that's what they actually thought. I think they were just.
I don't know. I think that went through their minds. Microsoft is like, hey, we aren't getting the best for these high rounds. I'm a firm believer in that. So basically, so people don't know, PC doesn't have local. It doesn't have an offline mode to play. So you have to play online, and they decided zombies and only zombies would run on the Steam servers, which are probably the most unstable servers on this planet.
Yeah,
and
I agree with that.
To be honest, I wouldn't be shocked if we went offline halfway through this game, considering we've been playing a pretty good amount.
Yeah, they go off pretty much daily.
Yeah. Which
means any long zombie game is impossible on Black Ops 2 on PC. Which is why I actually went out and bought myself a PVR for my Xbox, just so I could record zombies.
Yeah.
And why I don't buy the map packs on PC when I was planning on doing so. But there's no point if you cannot play a game, like, at all. You just get disconnected every time you ever play.
Yeah, my guess is you probably lost all want to buy it, if you had any, when Pishy had his little issue. Where you can't play Die Rise in general. I'm sure that probably didn't help you.
Pretty much. I was actually kind of thinking about Die Rise just so I could play with friends, like short games. Yeah. But I don't know.
Then that happened and you're like...
Yeah. When the map will actually just blue screen you when you try to open it, I don't know if I even want to risk it.
Yeah.
Pay $15 for absolutely nothing. for crashing my computer. I could do that without paying $50.
Psh, nah, but it feels better when you know that you paid for that crash. When you know Activision aided you in that.
Activision definitely needed that money. Definitely needed my money.
They do.
To crash my computer. Sounds like a great plan.
So now we'll talk about everyone's favorite high round runners: Syndicate, Spider Bite, Yodi Slayer, and Relaxing End.
Oh yeah, they are great.
They're the best. You know that 115 on Kino.
Yes. So if you guys didn't know, Syndicate doesn't actually have the world record on Kino. I know, it's a shocker. What? Yeah, there is probably, at this point, at least 20 people who have beat him. Yet, his video has probably more views than every single one of those people. Actually, no, probably like 1,000 more, like 1,000 times more views than all of them combined.
Yeah.
So I guess the majority, it doesn't even matter if you actually have the record, because everybody thinks the Syndicate does.
Yeah, they probably think Yodi has the record for Shangri-La, and Spider Bite has it for Ascension.
Yep. Exactly, yet. Of course, both those maps have been beaten by multiple people.
I think Spider Bite's been beaten by me, and I can't do solo high rounds.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I don't know if you guys watch Relaxing End, but lately he's been posting a lot of
glitches.
Not so legit. Yeah, glitches is a better way of saying it. Or yeah, he pretty much at this point he
playing like a faggot. I think that's a good way to put it.
I guess so.